Well, hey everyone, I'm here with Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Jimmy, just going to keep it really short. So first off, I know that you're working on this with Wiki Tribune and stuff. How do you feel Facebook is doing when it comes to fake news and suppressing that? Because like you just talked about, you were saying how Facebook gives users what they want to see. And so, do you know if they're doing anything? Obviously, they're not.
No, I mean, I've talked to Facebook, and they are working on the problem. I think they are taking it seriously. I think they were a little late to take it seriously. They didn't realize how big an issue it was going to be for everybody. But it's a tough problem for them, because the truth is, none of us really wants a world in which Facebook decides what we're allowed to share or not, right? That's kind of in a different set of historical circumstances. That's our dystopian fear, that Facebook will begin to control what everybody's thinking by shaping what we're able to share or shaping what they share algorithmically. So given that, what do I think they should do? One of the things I think they are looking at doing, I even think they've tried some pilots around this, is if something has been really debunked as being truly fake news by reputable fact-checking sites, they should warn me. Like, if I start to share it with my friends, I see a headline, Pope endorses Trump, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm going to share that with my friends. They should say, hey, by the way, that's from a website that has been flagged as,
arguably fictional.
Yeah, arguably fictional. You might want to check out this article about it before you share it, because you don't look like an idiot in front of your friends,
Exactly.
And then if you want to share it, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Right?
If you want to be ignorant to the truth.
Or if I read the fact check and I don't think it's valid, then maybe whatever. So, and I think that would be a gentle enough approach. And I don't think they should do that, around like just low quality media. I don't think it's necessary, and I don't think it's advisable. I just think it's really, algorithmically, some of these fake news sites, you can tell, it looks like a real news site, but the domain was registered 3 days ago, and people are flagging it up as fake. You can go, hey, a lot of warning signs here, take a look before you share.
Exactly. Good answer, good answer. Next one, so you were talking a lot about open source and how you really think a lot of things, maybe not everything, should be open source, shareable, kind of built by the community, owned by the community. How do you feel about cryptocurrency in general?
So, I'm really super intrigued. Like the concept of Bitcoin is, not Bitcoin, sorry. The concept of blockchain. It's a really interesting technological development. It's a genius idea. And the stuff going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the rest is really interesting. We're in a really serious hype situation, and so I think it's very dangerous right now for a lot of people, because you could lose all your money. Like if you put all your money into something, it could just be gone like that, or it might go up, 6,000%. It could be a fortune, right? I don't know, but I do think that for most people, you should be very wary. If you're, the channel is Millionaire, Millennial. If you've got a couple $100 to throw in and you can afford to lose it, play around. Like, why not?
Exactly.
But if you've got,
don't dump your life savings.
Like if you're a millennial and your grandma just gave you $20,000 to start your new business, I wouldn't buy Bitcoin with it, right? Because that's too risky. Instead, invest in your education and things like that. So there's but given the right approach, I think there's a lot of stuff interesting going on there, a lot of scams going on there, and who knows? In a few years' time, we might look back and say, "Oh, that was stupid," or we might say, "Oh, it's interesting how now we've got this whole new monetary system going on."
For sure. So you think in general, it makes more sense than having a bunch of different currencies, or should currency be decentralized?
Well, the idea of a decentralized currency is, again, it's one of the super interesting ideas around Bitcoin. But I question how really decentralized it really is, or really is going to be.
Because you could still have a core of people that own.
The miners have a lot to say about how things go. We've seen forks, so we've seen, at least 2 major forks of Bitcoin, which means that the decentralization with no governance mechanisms means that when there's a problem, there's no easy solution other than people go their separate ways, and then the currency is all messed up.
Thanks, Jimmy.
That was perfect.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Super.